Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be participating in our first ever regionals tournament. The Pokemon we decided to bring is going to be Medicham, Azumarill, of course, Venusaur and Whiscash, and Skarmory and Probopass. Let's see how well we do. Hey guys, so we're at Mel Lastman Square. We have about 85 people registered for the Toronto Regionals, and look who we have here. Our boy Jimmabanks.
How you doing?
All right,
Johnny.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Long time no see.
Yeah, are you excited for the tourney?
Absolutely.
Nice.
He's actually a winner of our regionals. Where was it again?
Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Arbor, Michigan.
Yeah.
All right. Any advice?
Stick with what you know. I think everyone's kind of nervous or maybe overthinking their teams right now, but everyone's had their practice, so trust your gut and really focus on reading your opponent's team. And then go with a good lead, hopefully, yeah.
That's what it's all about, the leads.
Yeah, just
all right,
got this.
That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go with a clear mind, see what we can do, and hopefully we come up on top. Thanks, Jimma.
Yeah, anytime, man. Good to see you. Yeah. Sweet.
Last call. Let's do it. Good luck, everybody. Good luck.
Now off to round one. We're going to be putting our Whiscash, Venusaur, and Skarmory in. The reason why we have Whiscash is because we know Whiscash will be able to take care of that Lantern. And we also have Venusaur because he has his Lantern, his Azumarill, and his own Whiscash. And then of course we have it to accommodate with Skarmory because Skarmory will take care of the Medicham. Skarmory can mirror against Skarmory, and he can also do decent damage to the rest, but also beat Gallade. So now we don't have a very positive match just because he did lead with his Medicham. But we're going to hold our own. We're not going to switch because we don't want to have those other issues. So we're going to go in with another Mud Bomb, hoping that he doesn't shield. He shields, but it's okay. That one shield is out. And now he's going to hit us with Power Up Punch again. We're going to shield just because that Power Up Punch is boosted, and we do not want to get hit with it. We're going to try and get this next Mud Bomb off. And we knew we were going to be able to get that Mud Bomb off before he was going to be able to pull off that next Power Up Punch. Now, we do hit him, and we're going to go down to counter. And now we knew... That's why we waited a little bit. If we went with Skarmory, he was going to go with Power Up Punch, and that was going to hurt us a lot. But we went with Venusaur, our Razor Leaf Venusaur, and we knew he was going to go Power Up Punch because there was no way he was going to be able to get the extra 1-2 counters to be able to get that Ice Punch. So if Venusaur takes that hit, we have no problem. He goes in with Skarmory. We are not getting farmed by Skarmory. I'm telling you what Battle Hero said. We were not going to get farmed, and we will be definitely telling our grandchildren that we do not want to get farmed by Skarmory against our grass type. So now we're going to be going Skarmory on Azumarill, and we're just going to eat this Ice Beam. We knew it wasn't a Hydro Pump just because of the amount of energy he had. And now we're going to go Sky Attack again. He shields, and we're like, okay, this is pretty decent for us. But again, we know that he has a Skarmory in the back, and we have our Venusaur in the back. So it's pretty much GG from here. We knew it. We're fine with it. We're like, okay. We're just playing this out just to play it out, hope for the best. But again, we know that this is not going to be a round one win. And this kind of was a little bit like stressful. It was a little bit stressful to say the least, just because like it was round one, first match of the tournament, and we were already taking an L. So we're like, okay, we got to recoup, rethink about what our strategy is going to be, and we got to go in with something fresh. So now we're going to be going into round two. We're going to start off with Medicham, keep the Whiscash, and also have our Skarmory in the back. We really don't want to get hit with that Lantern, so we're going to just be careful. We're going to have our Medicham line up now. It's going to be Medicham versus Medicham, and we know what to do. Just straight Power Up Punch. Power Up Punch all the way. And then, of course, we can always go Ice Punch at the end, but we're going to see how we played this out. So now, of course, we're not going to shield the first Power Up Punch because you don't do that, right? You don't want to get hit. You want to keep your shields for those later super powered Power Up Punches. So now we're going to go Power Up Punch again. And we're just going to keep stocking energy. Right after he pulls off his Power Up Punch, we're like, no problem, we're good. No issues. We're going to keep stocking. And then we're going to go with our Power Up Punch. And here, he is going to shield. And we're like, okay, no problem. So now we're fine with it, because now look how low his health is. He had a low CP Medicham. So we're like, no problem, we'll be able to kill him with just counter. Yeah, we got him with just a counter. We have Power Up Punch. So it doesn't matter what comes out, Power Up Punch is gonna hit that next Pokemon 100%. No doubt about it. And now we're gonna be like, okay, we have Azumarill. What are we gonna do here? So we're gonna come out and bring our Skarmory, because we know that his Azumarill might actually have Hydro Pump. So we're like, he's actually getting a lot of energy here before he gets his Ice Beam off. But okay, he's going for the Hydro Pump 100%. So we're like, you know what? I think he's trying to bait my last shield. Nope, he did the Hydro Pump. We're like, I thought he was trying to bait the last shield. But we're like, okay, that's fine, no problem. And we're gonna go with the Sky Attack here again. And now watch what's gonna happen here. He actually shields there. And we're like, okay, no problem. We're going to eat this. We're going to eat it, because now we know we have Wish Cash in the back. And we're going to be able to take down this Azumarill with just the Mud Bomb. But now we're like, okay, what's next? What's coming? What's coming? Oh my gosh, what's happening? Oh, it's Skarmory. Oh no, but we do have a shield now. I really want you guys to really pay attention to what's about to happen right now. So we take the Sky Attack, and we're like, Blizzard. Full on Blizzard. No problem. Let's hit the Skarmory. And we're like, oh man, okay, how are we going to pull this off? So we're like, okay, we gotta get to another Blizzard. But now I'm clicking on the Blizzard. I'm trying to get the Blizzard. And what happens is he pulls off the Sky Attack. We have that little bit of health here. And we hit the Mud Bomb by accident. And we're like, oh no, one more Fast Attack and we're dead. And we're like, boom, second Mud Bomb, ready to go. No, and that's what won the match. We're like, oh my god, what happened? It was crazy. Man, like, we were going nuts. We're like, okay, so that's round one. We're 1-1. I go with the Medicham, Azumarill, and the Probopass. Okay, now we're using the Probopass. The reason why we're using the Probopass is because we know he likes using Skarmory. So we got our Probopass in the back, Azumarill, and our Medicham. So now he goes Skarmory in lead, and we're like, no problem, we'll deal with this. So we're gonna go keep hitting with counters, Power Up Punch. Now, I really got used to this whole practicing Medicham against Skarmory, Medicham against Medicham, and Skarmory versus Skarmory mirrors. I did that a lot during our practice rounds, so I really got a handle of how to actually pull it off, to actually make Medicham win. So there's the next shield, and of course, if you are willing to shield twice, you'll be able to keep your Medicham alive and take down that Skarmory. We're like, you know what? No, it's okay. We're gonna bring Probopass in, and we're gonna hit him with Spark. And Spark alone is just gonna take down that Skarmory. And we have that built up energy now to be able to hit whatever's coming up next with our charge move. So now he's gonna be coming in. He's gonna be bringing his Gallade, and we're like, no problem, cool. Now he's a little bit. We know that he doesn't have a Medicham, because if he did, he would have brought Medicham instead of Gallade. And we're like, no problem here. Now we're gonna go Rock Slide. He goes for the charge move, and we're like, no, we're shielding. We're not gonna take that Leaf Blade, and we're gonna go Rock Slide. And then he's going to shield. Exactly. Now that's the thing. Now his shields are gone, and we're like, perfect. We have a Azumarill in the back. We're okay. So now he's going to go Leaf Blade, and that is not going to finish off our Probopass. And we have our charge move ready for whatever's coming out. Whatever is coming out is going to get hit with a Thunderbolt. And look what it is, a Azumarill. We're like, no problem. We got this. We're going to try to get another Thunderbolt off. And we don't end up getting it off. But it's okay. We have health advantage. Now we have Play Rough. We're like, no problem. We got this. This is in the bag. He doesn't have Play Rough. He has only Hydro Pump, which means we know this is going to be GG 100%. Boom, there's the Play Rough, and then a couple bubbles, and I think it's pretty much GG from here. So we took the win because we did that little switch up. Probopass came in clutch, and just the way we wanted him to, and that's all we needed. Now on to round 2. We're going to go up against another experienced trainer, BenmuP. We're going to be going in with Medicham, Venusaur, and Skarmory. The reason why we do that is because we know Medicham can do well against Whiscash and Probopass. And he can also do decently well against Venusaur with the Ice Punch, against Azumarill of course he's going to have Play Rough. And he does decently well against the Mirror and against Skarmory. All decent matches. So we're going to be going in with our Medicham as the lead. He goes in with Skarmory. And we're like, no problem. We're going to switch out and go Skarmory in as well. So we're like, we want our Medicham to kind of stay alive. He also got that Power Up Punch, so he is buffed up a bit. And we're like, okay, no problem. Let's get this Sky Attack going. We're like, no, we're not shielding here. We can eat this Sky Attack, no problem. So we're going to keep going. Now we're going to use our Sky Attack. Here it comes, and does he shield? No, he doesn't. And we're like, oh my gosh, we gotta get, because we know that the Skarmory, it was our main problematic Pokemon because we do have a Venusaur and we do not want him to farm. So now we beat that Skarmory and we have energy to spare. We're gonna go straight with the Sky Attack against the Medicham. He is just because we knew we had to force the shield, and we're like, no, we're gonna shield here because now we're gonna go for our next Sky Attack 100%. So we're either gonna take out, do massive damage to that Medicham or force that second shield. And we're like, no problem. We got the second shield out. So now we're like, how are we going to do this? We're going to go in with Venusaur. Venusaur with Razor Leaf is just a monster. He just completely just eats him. And we're like, no problem. Ice Punch, doesn't matter. It's fine. We're okay. Now his next Pokemon is going to come in, and it's going to be Skarmory. Skarmory just goes down right away because of that Razor Leaf. And now he's going to go Mud Bomb. And we're like, no problem. Venusaur, you did your job. And now it's going to be Medicham against Whiscash. And he's already been powered up. It's a powered up Medicham. So we're like, cool, great, this is good to go. And then he's going to try to pull off his Blizzard. And his Blizzard does decent damage, but we're still good. And we're going to pull off that power up punch. And that is going to be GG to round 2, game 1. Round 2, we're going to be going in with a Probopass. We're going to switch it up just a little bit just because we know he likes using that Skarmory. That Skarmory is going to be coming in. So we're like, okay, no problem. Medicham lead. He's going to go Medicham lead. It's fine. We know how to play this. We did this a bunch of times. We also did this in round 1, right? So we're okay. So we're going to go Power Punch. We did get the CMP. We had the CMP. So we're like, perfect. We're going to be doing our lead with the charge moves. So now he's going to put his Power Punch. Of course, you never lead the first Power Punch. So, sorry, you never shield the first Power Punch. So now we're going in with our Power Punch. And there is his shield. And we're like, no problem. That's great. I think his must have been a Hundo Medicham, because mine's a 98 and I was in the yellow while his was still in the green. I don't know how that happened, but we're like, that's fine, we're gonna take it, it's fine, because we knew we were gonna be able to survive. And there is our Power Punch right before the Medicham dies, and there it goes. We broke both his shields. We're like, okay, Skarmory in, Skarmory, do your job. And we're like, okay, that's fine, we're doing okay. Here's a Power Up Punch. We're like, that's fine. We're going to still survive. We're going to just take out that Medicham just with fast moves. Skarmory got hurt so bad by Medicham, and that's what I mean by Skarmory. Like, Medicham is just amazing, especially when you do a couple Power Up Punches, two Power Up Punches, and he's just a monster. He can literally sweep your entire team. So now what we try to do is we actually tried switching. We tried to switch and it didn't work. And we're like, oh my gosh, can you what, Sky Attack? Just forget it. Now we go for the switch. And now we go Probopass because we already took out that Medicham. We know that majority of our leads are gone. We knew he had energy and we're like, okay, that's fine. And look, he did the switch. Now we're going to go straight Thunderbolt, shieldless, no shields. And we're like, okay, let's do this. Second Thunderbolt, boom. There's a second Thunderbolt. A Azumarill, bye-bye. And now here's gonna, oh no, he actually pulls off. We're like, okay, you know what, just in case it's a Hydro Pump, we're gonna shield here. Nope, Ice Beam, it's fine. We take him out with Spark, and now his Skarmory's gonna come back in. And we're just hitting on that Rock Slide. We're smashing that Rock Slide as hard as we could. And we're like, yep, this is pretty much done anyway. So we're just gonna go Rock Slide just to finish this off. And boom, there goes the Skarmory. And that will be the end of the round. Going into round 3, we're going to be going against another trainer named StitchOoga. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Now, the team we decided to go in with is Medicham, Probopass, and Skarmory. Now, it just worked perfectly just because he led with Melmetal and we led with Medicham. So we're like, no problem. We're going to try to get this Power Up Punch, hopefully bait a shield, or if not, just power up our Medicham and then go for the switch right away. We went in with our Skarmory, and we're like, no problem. We shielded just because we thought it might have been a power gem, but it's not. So we're like, it's okay. He hit us with the foul play, and we're like, that's too soon to be a power gem. So we're like, no, that's another foul play, and we're like, that's okay. We're doing okay. We're gonna try to get the Sky Attack, and I believe he's gonna use his shield, and we're like, okay, perfect. Now we're gonna just go off with our Wing Attack, get that Sableye super low, so that way when our next Pokemon, which is gonna be our Probopass, he's going to be able to farm energy on this Sableye because foul play doesn't do much. And we're like, cool, just farm it. See, we already have almost a Rock Slide ready to go. And there you go, farm. And boom, Sableye is gone. And now he's going to bring in his Venusaur. And we're like, nope, switch out. We can't do this. And we have our Medicham with Power Up Punch and Ice Punch. So we're like, okay, cool. We're just going to go off here. It's no problem because now we wanted to bait that shield, right? We wanted to get that last shield out of the way. And now we're going to go with our Ice Punch just to try to do as much damage as we can to that Venusaur. And boom, Ice Punch is gone and his metal is coming back in. And we're like, no problem. We have our Probopass in the back. And we're like, oh my gosh, we got our Power Up Punch off. This is amazing. So that is going to be the end of round 1. See, Medicham was just an MVP. He was just overall amazing. You regionals tournament, you had to have brought Medicham. If you didn't, you weren't doing well. So we're like, you know what? We're going to keep it the same. We're going to keep it the exact same. We did so well with that lineup. The reason why I picked that before this match, actually, I sat there for like 3 minutes trying to figure out my lineup of 3. Just because I was like, okay, what am I going to use? What do I think he's going to use? Is he going to use a Sableye? Is he not? So we're like, okay, it's fine. We go with Medicham against Skarmory. So it's still a pretty decent matchup. Just because Medicham with Power Up Punch, he just gets that boost and counter just goes off. I love it. So now we're going to hit him with the Power Up Punch. Of course, he's not going to shield the first one because everybody knows not to shield the first Power Up Punch. So now we're going to go with the second Power Up Punch. We're like, interesting. We got a second Power Up Punch off and he didn't even like anything. Like he didn't even use the Sky Attack. We're like, okay, interesting. So we're like, okay, cool. We're going to go into with Probopass. He's going to use his Foul Play because we kind of figured out. I don't think he even had a second charge move on that Sableye. I was like, interesting. Well, okay, fine. We're going to go Rock Slide just because Rock Slide does so much damage. And we're like, let's just go off here. Let's just do our thing. We're like, you know what? We have his shield. He has Skarmory. So we're just hold on to our Probopass. He's going to just go off here. And we're like, okay, get these fast moves off. And we're like, what? Okay, we can't be too greedy here. We got to use the Rock Slide. Let's use the Rock Slide, finish off that Sableye. And again, we almost have a second charge move ready to go. He's going to have his Venusaur. And we're like, okay, you know what? Thunderbolt. Let's just do it. I don't believe I should have went with Thunderbolt. I should have went with Rock Slide. But it's okay. It's fine. We live and learn, right? But now we're going to try to get our next Rock Slide off. We couldn't get it off, but it's okay. Let him hit us with a Frenzy Plant and be left with no energy. So now we're going to be going with Skarmory here. And we're like, Frenzy Plant, bring it on. No problem. Bring it on. Now remember, just like Battle Heroes video, just farm it, right? So now we're like, okay, now we pretty much have this in the bag. It's Skarmory and Venusaur, and we're like, okay, just farm it. And we're like, what? Use your Sky Attack. Just use it. It's fine. We're okay with it. And now we're going to go Sky Attack as well. And we're going to finish off that Skarmory. And then his Venusaur is going to come back in. And it's pretty much GG from here. No shields. Sky Attack. Skarmory against Venusaur. It's just, there's nothing you can really do, right? So that was, oh, sorry. Well, there you go. He gets another Frenzy Plant off. And we're like, okay, cool. Wing Attack. Sorry, not Wing Attack. Air Slash. And that would be the end of that round. Into round 5, we're going to be going against Jays Fan 55. And we're going to be going in with our Whiscash, Probopass, and our Medicham. The reason why we used Whiscash is because he'll be able to take care of the Alolan Marowak and the Probopass. And we used our Medicham to be able to have a decent matchup against Skarmory, the Venusaur, the Mirror against Medicham, ruin Probopass, and do decently well against the Azumarill. And then we also use Probopass to be able to beat the Azumarill and the Skarmory. So we start off with our Whiscash, and he's going to be using his Medicham, which is not a great matchup for us. But again, in round 4, we can't have all the thinking, right? So here we're going to be going with the Blizzard, and of course he's going to shield here. And we're like just gunning, and we could not get to the Mud Bomb. We're like, okay, that's fine. We're going to go in with our Medicham, and he's going to be hitting us with the Power Up Punch. But that was a really charged Power Up Punch, so we're like, no, we're not going to take it. We're going to go with the Power Up Punch of our own, try to get our Medicham powered up a bit, and then he's going to go in with his Power Up Punch, and we're like, okay, man, this is going to be a tough one. He went for Ice Punch, and we're like, ay. Okay, you know what? Ice Punch it is. Let's go with Ice Punch ourselves. I'm surprised he didn't go for the Power Up Punch because he'd be able to finish off our Medicham, but it's okay. We have our Medicham still alive, and he's powered up too, so he's going to go with the Azumarill, and we're like, okay, Power Up Punch. Just get him off right before our Medicham actually goes down. And we're like, oh yeah, this is not looking good for us. But it's okay. We have our Probopass. Our Probopass does decently well against the Azumarill. So we're like, okay, that's fine. But then he had Hydro Pump with no shields, and there's not much we can do. He had us outplayed. So we're going to go with the Thunderbolt. It's not going to make much of a difference. But it's okay. He's going to just finish off with a couple bubbles, and we should be down. That is the end of a round 4, game 1. We're like, okay, we got to come back. We got to use our Azumarill, our Skarmory, and our Medicham, because I saw he wasn't using his Alolan Marowak. So we're like, okay, you know what? It's fine. We're going to use the Azumarill lead, see what we can do with that. So we go lead with the Azumarill. He goes with Skarmory. So again, this is a decent matchup. Now watch exactly what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to be using Bubble. And I'm going to keep going because I've never used Azumarill. I've never used Azumarill in the game 1. So we're like, that's fine. We're going to not shield here. We're going to eat this Sky Attack because he doesn't know what moveset I have on it. So I do an extra fast move and I go with the Ice Beam. And he doesn't shield. We're like, perfect. Now we're going to be able to get a second Ice Beam. We're like, you know what? It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're going to just go off, see what we can do. And then we're going to go straight for the second Ice Beam and see what we can do. Boom, there's the shield. And that's all we needed to happen. We just wanted to get that one shield out of the way so that we can be able to get to our Ice Beam, because we knew we were going to be able to get to our Ice Beam before he was going to be able to get to another Sky Attack. So there is the Skarmory. He's gone. And now we're just going to just do as much damage as we can with just Bubble. And again, it's the mirror, right? So we knew his had a Hydro Pump. So we're probably going to be running the Play Rough Hydro Pump variant. So we're going to just go off with Play Rough. And he's going to try to finish this off with just Bubble, but I think he got a little bit anxious there, he got a little bit scared there, so we're like, okay, he's just going to use the charge move. So we're like, okay, now we're waiting for the clock to kind of go down a little bit, and we're like, okay, you know what? We're going to go in with our Skarmory. We wanted our Skarmory to come in, and we're like, okay, you know what? We got to get the Sky Attack. We knew he has Play Rough, we knew he has Hydro Pump. We're like, no, that was way too quick to be a Hydro Pump. So we're like, okay, we knew that was a Play Rough, we're not going to shield here. We're not going to get baited. So now we went with the Sky Attack, and now we're going to be just going in and using our Air Slashes, and now we already have another charge move. And of course, he has a Medicham, and we're like, amazing, perfect. This is all we want right now, because we know that we have Medicham in the back. So that way, in the mirror, health and energy is all that matters, right? But we got our Sky Attack off, and that will just devastate Medicham, and he's left with nothing, and we have our fully healed Medicham out. We got a little bit of lag here. We're just waiting, and we're like, oh man, okay, here we go. And boom, the counter just to finish off that Medicham. That is round 4, game 2. We are 1-1. So we decided to switch things up. We go with Skarmory, Azumarill, and Probopass. Just to kind of change things up, we used Medicham twice, so we wanted to switch that out. So now any Medicham counter he brings out, he is going to be completely useless. So now we use our Skarmory, and he goes with Medicham. And we're like, okay, this is great. This is the opposite of what happened in the last round. So we're like, okay, first Power Punch. Of course, you never shield, right? So now we're going to be going Sky Attack, hoping that he doesn't shield. But of course, he's going to shield because it's Sky Attack. Against Medicham, you have to shield the Sky Attack. And now we're just, no, you know what? We're going to take it. We're going to eat that Power Up Punch. And then we're just going to try to get to our next Sky Attack. Of course we do. Right before we go down, we get our Sky Attack off. And boom, there's the shield. He had the double shield to be able to keep Medicham alive. And we're like, that's fine. Azumarill in. And we're like, nah, we're not going to shield. We're not going to shield the Power Up Punch. We're okay. So now we're just going to keep going. He's going to be switching, and we have our energy gain, and we've not much health loss. So we're, as you can see there, we tried switching to Probopass, and it just wasn't working. We just went for the Play Rough. We're like, okay, we got to do something here. So you know what? We're going to keep it. We're still not going to shield just because our Azumarill is so tanky. We don't need to shield it. And because we knew that because he switched, then we knew we were going to be able to switch to Probopass, and we're going to be able to lock that Azumarill in for that Thunderbolt. And we're like, you know what, we're going to shield here because we don't want to get hit by getting much damage. And we have 2 shields. That's what we use it. We can't forget we have shields in this game. So we kept it alive, and now he has his Medicham, and we're going to go with Rock Slide because we knew that those counters were just going to do some serious damage to us. And we're like, okay, perfect. He has Skarmory, and we're like, Thunderbolt, no shields, and we're like, this is amazing. There's nothing, no better matchup. So we're like, no, we're not going to shield here. He's way too low health. And then we're going to bring back our Azumarill once he goes down. And then we're just going to go straight for the Ice Beam with no shields down. So all shields down with an extra shield. And that is going to be game 3. Now going to round 5. We're going to be going up against Stardust Memory. Stardust Memory was actually the highest ranked player in this regional cup. We knew that he had Noctowl, so we're like, okay, Noctowl, he's going to be his only flyer. And we saw he had Azumarill, Whiscash, Medicham, Probopass. We're like, you know what? We're going to go with our Venusaur as the lead because we know that those Pokemon are weak to Venusaur, especially if he has Razor Leaf. And he went straight for the switch, which brought out his Noctowl, and we're like, perfect. Switch to Probopass, and we're like, yep, we got this. This Noctowl is gonna go down, and we're like, you know what? We're not blocking nothing from this Noctowl. We're not shielding nothing. We're like, we'll just take everything he's got, and we're just gonna keep farming that energy. We're gonna just keep J farming this energy, and we're like, you know what? Okay, Metacham's in. We're gonna go for the Thunderbolt. We're gonna bait the shield, and we're like, you know what? Just keep going in. There's not much we can do. We're gonna go for the Rock Slide right before we go down, and boom, we're hitting with just a little bit of energy. We're like, that's fine. We're okay. We're doing decently well here. We're gonna be able to tank this as much as we can. We're gonna go with a Azumarill, and now Azumarill, of course, because of Play Rough, is gonna just eat this Metacham alive. We're a little bit stressed here just because we are going against the highest ranking player. And we're like, okay, we're 4-0 here, right? We're trying to stay composed. We're trying to do our thing. And then he goes for the switch to the Azumarill, and we go straight for the switch for the Venusaur. And we're like, okay, cool. He has Play Rough, so he's running the Hydro Pump variant. So we're like, perfect, Frenzy Plant. Boom, take out the Azumarill. Now remember, we have Razor Leaf, right? So Razor Leaf is just gonna do some serious work to this Metacham. We're like, that's fine, Power Up Punch. It's okay, no problem. Razor Leaf, Razor Leaf, Razor Leaf. And that Metacham. So that would be round 5, game 1. And we're like, okay, we took the first one. He actually did not lose a single fight throughout this tournament until now. So now we're going to go into game 2. We're going to start off with our Venusaur again. He's going to be starting off with Probopass. And we're like, perfect. We still have a decent lead. Remember, we have Razor Leaf. So Razor Leaf is just so, like, gives such big damage. Doesn't have high energy, right? But we don't need that right now. We're like, that's fine. We're doing okay. So we're like, okay, Frenzy Plant. We're gonna force the shield here. And that's fine with us because now we are going to shield here, and we're just going to hit him with those Razor Leaves. Those Razor Leaves are just going to do just serious damage. And we're like, you know what? We're going to double shield this Venusaur because we know we're going to be able to take out this Probopass, and then we're going to get straight to our next Frenzy Plant, which is either going to do serious damage or is going to be able to just hit him off with that one-hit KO. So when we go for the switch, and now again, this is literally the last matchup we had before. We're gonna just be going Probopass against Venusaur, and he's gonna try to go with Frenzy Plant. Remember, we have no shields. We're like, that's fine. We're okay with that. So now he still has one shield, guys. So we're like, okay, we have to bait this last shield. We need to get this shield out of here because that shield is going to be a problem. So now we're gonna go in with our Skarmory. Our Skarmory is going to come in, and we're just waiting up. We wait out the time just because of the switch clock, and then we're going to end that Venusaur, and now it's going to be that Noctowl against our Skarmory. Now the thing is, the health are very similar, but he had the energy gain on us. And now we're going to be going in with our Sky Attack, and I really want you guys to pay attention to this battle. We're going up against the top player in the tournament, highest ranking worldwide in our tournament. So we're going to be going and trying to get to that Sky Attack again. We took out his last shield, so we're like, okay, we're doing decently well here. So now watch what's going to happen here. We're going to switch out and go straight into our Frenzy Plant with our Venusaur, which we kept right in the back from the beginning. He didn't see it coming, and that ended it. Because the reason why we did that was because we wanted to make sure we were either going to suicide shield or we're going to be able to basically take him out with that Frenzy Plant. Now on to round 6. We're going to be going up against Toshi, and we're going to be leading with our Probopass. The reason why we lead with our Probopass is because, as you can see, he does not have a Metacham on his team. And like, this team was just coordinated and put together so well. He just honestly, like, this is where we're 5-0 and he ends up just ruining me. Like, he gets me for everything I was thinking. He got me with the complete opposite. We're like, okay, awesome, Thunderbolt, right? We're countering a Azumarill. This is great. So we're like, you know what? We know shields are up, right? I think he's gonna bait me here. No, Hydro Pump. I was like, no way. Okay, well, now we have an issue. Okay, cool, Razor Leaf. We're just gonna go off, take out that Azumarill with our Razor Leaf. And I don't think he saw that coming because everybody thinks Vine Whip. So we're like, okay, switch out. He has his Skarmory, and we're like, oh man, we have such a problem right now. Okay, so he's gonna go Whiscash, and we're like, okay, get the Mud Bomb, try to bait the shield, see what we can do here. Boom, hit the Mud Bomb, no shield taken. So we're like, because we went all the way to our Blizzard, and then hit him with the Mud Bomb. He didn't shield at all. We're like, okay, you know what? We have to get the Blizzard here because we need our Whiscash to be able to take out that Skarmory. And we're like, oh man, okay, there's not much we can do here. Okay, so he goes to the Mud Bomb, and then we're like, okay, try to get with the fast move. And then we're trying to get the Blizzard as fast as we can. And we're like, yeah, we're going to have such issues here. So we're going to be forced to shield because we have Venusaur in the back. And we're like, oh man, this is terrible. We're going to go for Mud Bomb again, try to bait that last shield. There it is. And then we're going to go and try to get our Blizzard. And there's our Blizzard. But Blizzard is just not enough to be able to take out the Skarmory. And especially because he had that second shield, and it's like, man, this is GG. Now he's just going to be J farming all over me now with that Skarmory using a Sky Attack, and it's over. That was the end of game round 6, game 1, and we're like, okay, we have to do something. Okay, the thing we knew, if it wasn't for that, we would be fine. If as long as we kept our Probopass alive, we would have been fine. And now he goes with Gallade. We're like, okay, cool. He's gonna go with Gallade. Right? Leaf Blade, it's fine. We're still doing decently well. We're okay. So we're going to go with Rock Slide and try to do as much damage as we can to this Gallade. And we're like, awesome, we got it. We're just doing as much damage, but okay, he's going to bait a shield. We made this mistake the last round. Nope, boom, close combat. I'm like, oh my god, you are kidding me. This guy does not bait shields at all. He doesn't, like, man. I was like, oh man, this all over again. And boom, he goes for the switch, goes from Skarmory to Whiscash, and we're like, oh yeah, okay, Mud Bomb, do our thing, try to do as much damage as we can. And we're like, okay, we're having serious problems here. He's gonna go straight for the Mud Bomb again, and then he's gonna hit us on another Mud Bomb, and we're like, okay, yep, this is gonna be problems. He's gonna be just nicking at us as much as he can. We're like, okay, you know what, Mud Bomb, we're going to go with Blizzard here, and we know we have Venusaur in the back, and we're like, okay, this is going to be the same thing as game 1, and we're like, okay, we're in problems. And this is kind of just where it goes downhill for us from our 5-0 streak. We end up going 5-1. So our flawless streak ends right about here. I don't even think we even get to the Frenzy Plant. Yeah, we do. We get to the Frenzy Plant. Hoping for the best, but we know Frenzy Plant's not going to be enough, especially with a shield. And that is GG. Good job, Toshi. 92-27. Now on to round 7, game 1. We're going to be starting with our Probopass, Skarmory, and Azumarill. We have a double Medicham counter. And then, of course, we have our Probopass to be able to beat that Sableye and, of course, take out the Skarmory. So we're going to be starting off with Probopass, and he's going to be starting off with Medicham. Now, this match is to determine who will be coming in second place for our Regional Cup tournament. Unfortunately, I do not win this round because I tried using reverse psychology, and then he used reverse psychology. It just didn't work out in my favor. That lead is kind of just what ruined me. Now we're gonna go Skarmory against Skarmory, and we're gonna go Sky Attack against Sky Attack, and now he's gonna use his Sky Attack, and we're gonna shield at the Sky Attack because we needed to keep our Skarmory alive. We just need to put as much damage as we can, and then boom, we get our Sky Attack off. And over here, he's going to shield because now he's going to be able to get his Sky Attack off. And we're like, okay, you know what? We're going to shield again. And we're like, okay, let's see what we can do here. Try to get to that. So basically the race to the Sky Attacks. But as you can see here, he actually got his Sky Attack off again before I got it off. And I'm like, what happened here? I'm like, okay, that's fine. Go with the Probopass. Try to hit it with Spark. Do as much as we can. Get as much damage as we can in. And now he's going to be bringing in his Medicham. And we're going to be switching. And we're going to be going straight, right before you got that Power Up Punch off on our Probopass, we got switched to the Azumarill, and then he's going to switch here again, and we're going to be going Play Rough against Play Rough. So again, it's basically a mirror match, Skarmory against Skarmory, and that was Azumarill against Azumarill. And we know that he has a Medicham in the back, and we're like, oh man, with no shields, we're going to be in a serious problem because Medicham is just going to just devastate Probopass with no questions asked, nothing we can do. And now he's going to get off his Play Rough, and then that's going to be the end of that. And we're like, okay, let's just do as much as we can, try to get as much energy as we can. We were hoping to try to get 2 fast, is it 2 charge moves worth of energy. And we're like, okay, Medicham's in. We got to be able to hit him with Thunderbolt, do as much as we can, hit that shield. No shields left. And we're like, no. But again, this Medicham was already powered up, and there was nothing we could have done. That is the end of round 7, game 1. So now we're like, okay, you know what? We thought that he's going to think that we're going to change things up because that didn't work out. So I was trying to think, okay, what we're not going to change things up so that when he changes it, then we'll be able to counter his counter. And it's just, that's what I was thinking. I was surrounded by a whole crowd. I was not thinking, I had the sun in my face, and I was like, hey, you know what? Let's just hope for the best here. I was already dead tired from this whole being on live stream, and then also shout casting, and then doing this tournament and going 7 rounds is not easy. If you think it's easy, it's really not. I was mind blown by the end of it. So then again, we went with Propass, he went with Medicham, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. You know what, but this time, instead of switching to Skarmory, we switched to our Azumarill. So we're like, okay, you know what, let's just get this going. We're gonna be doing a Azumarill against a Azumarill, right, hoping for the best, and this is just problematic for us. We did Play Rough, and then he's going to be going off with his Play Rough right before we get ours off. And we're like, okay, this is going to be problems just because we know he has that Medicham in the back. And we're like, this is going to be such an issue. I really wish we were going to be able to change the results. I really wish I made a better choice. But at the end of the day, he outthought me. He reverse psychologied me. Like, it was amazing. I gave him like handshake for everything he did. He deserved to be second place. To be ranked under second place for his regional. He's a great trainer. I've seen him a couple times throughout some tournaments. He always does decently well. He wins a lot of the times. But now he's going to be coming in with his Medicham. And we're like, we're in such issues. So we're like, you know what, not shielding the Power Up Punch because his counters are going to be just going off. And we're like, okay, you know what, Skarmory in. And we're going to be just hoping for the best. And we're like, nope, we're not gonna shield this Power Up Punch because we're gonna try to shield the next one. And we're like, we got Propass in the back. We need to take out this Medicham. We need to take this out. And we're like, okay, we're completely lagging right now. We're like, okay, that worked out. It was fine. I was like, you know what, this is pretty much a loss for me anyway. There's nothing we were gonna be able to do, but it's okay. It's fine. We take it. And then he Power Up Punches me, and that is the end of round 7, game 2.
You win today. You won.
It's surreal, man. The biggest tournament I've been to is 4 rounds, so coming to this is like, yeah.
Almost double. By far a very hectic tournament.
For sure.
So what did you bring to the tournament? What was your team?
At the Skarmory, the Azumarill, Medicham core, and then
Pretty meta.
Melmetal as my NT flyer, Wishcash as my NT Mastodon, and then Alolan Raichu was my sleeper pick because I was trying to find like a mon that would defeat the Azumarill, Medicham, and Skarmory. And it's one of those like, and I don't know, it's I guess it scares away the Azumarill because I have 2 Azumarill counters. So I think, and it's funny because I never like used it the entire tournament, right? Wow. So my purpose was just to bait up the ghost, and then so basically I just my strategy was leave with Skarm, hoping they bring out the ghost.
Yeah.
And then I would have to switch advantage and just play the match.
Very good. How did you feel in every round when you were coming in? You were 1-0, 2-0, and you were just getting harder and harder and harder. How did you keep your composure? Like,
my heart rate was like 140. Like, oh man. I had a good support group coming, so it was nice to have someone familiar to talk to.
Yeah.
So actually 2 competitors from Hamilton. Shout out to Hamilton.
Shout out to Hamilton. We're still Raptors fans, don't worry.
Yes. Raptors in 6.
We couldn't practice last night because he was streaming the Raptors game through his phone because your satellite was down?
Yeah, it was raining. Yeah.
Well, of course, everybody has to be Raptors
fans,
fans,
comes
right?
first.
Right? Of course, the Raptors always come first.
Yeah.
But congratulations.
Thank you.
Good to see you at Worlds. I'm gonna be at GoFest as well, so we'll be watching you in that tournament 100%.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
We'll be rooting you because we're We're the Toronto boys.
Well, it's not finished yet. There's 2 finalists from Toronto.
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
we're gonna have a second one too. We'll see how that goes, and it's gonna be great. I really appreciate you coming
No
here.
problem.
Any, do you have any questions? You good? Anything else you gotta say to the guys?
Yeah. See ya. Thanks for watching.
Hi, Mom! Alright guys, we had a great time at our regional cup tournament. We had 85 people. We ended up going 5-2. Lots of lessons learned. If I was gonna do it again, I would make sure I wouldn't change anything. I would just make sure that I don't get hit by these heavy charge moves, thinking that they're gonna bait. But at the end of the day, we learned our lesson. We're gonna be seeing you guys at GoFest. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.